Hello and welcome to episode 47 of Unknown to World Known. We're back with QPR, and since the last episode when we played Forest and Charlton, we have played Reading. We beat them 4-2, drew 0-0 with Cardiff in one of the most frustrating games I've ever had to watch. We then beat Charlton in the third round replay, drew 2-2 with Exeter in another one of the most frustrating games I've ever watched. We conceded 2 late goals to lose a 2-0 lead. We then drew 2-2 with Derby in a repeat where we were 2-0 up and conceded 2 goals to draw the fourth round. We then did manage to beat Swansea 2-0. We lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace, which is slightly to be expected, before beating Derby in the fourth round replay. We've now got Stoke in the fifth round, so I think we've got a decent chance at a FA Cup quarter-final coming up in that game. For now, though, we are going to be playing against Bristol and Bournemouth. We're currently sat in third place. That Bournemouth game is going to be a very, very important game. And transfer-wise, since you were last with us, we brought in 2 players, one on loan, which is Wilmar Steven Geraldo, coming in as a right back, because I feel like that's been one of our weaker positions. And another one of our weaker positions, left back Alessandro Tripadelli, coming in for 1.1 million from Sampdoria. Both of them have looked quite good so far from what I've seen of them. Going out, we've had Effenberger has gone out on loan for the year as first choice goalkeeper at Magdeburg. Willock has left to Guingamp for £9.5 million. He wanted to leave for a new challenge. I wasn't going to stand in his way. And also we've got rid of Callum Gilbert, who I didn't even know existed. Let's get straight into this Bristol game now then. Okay, so we're going to start this game with Christensen in goal, a back four of Geraldo, Charles, Sorensen and Bosma. Midfield 2 of Masengo and Amos, with Shortar on the right, Chair on the left, Akalde through the middle, and Scarlett is up front. For this game, we're going to be dropping a little bit deeper in defence, try and make sure we stay solid and keep them out, as very early on they've got a throw in. Keating whips the ball in and we haven't managed to keep them out. That is absolutely horrendous. What happened? What was the goalkeeper doing? I just don't understand what Christensen did here at all. Absolutely nothing. That's what he did. Fantastic start. As Christensen costs us the goal as far as I'm concerned. Chair whips the ball in and Charles hits the bar. So we nearly get straight back into it, but unfortunately that's not to be. And we are going to demand more. This has been absolutely horrendous. It's the opposite of our fortunes recently, where we've been conceding late goals. Instead, we've conceded almost immediately, as Bosma is going to try and get us back into this. Plays it to Amos, back to Masengo, all the way back to Charles now, who looks for Scarlett, who brings it down very nicely and manages it to get it past the goalkeeper, who it looked like he did fumble it a little bit, but we'll take what we can get, as this game is basically for third place in the table at this stage of the season. Obviously, lots of season to go. In no means does it mean either team will be locked into third, but it does, particularly if we can win it, gives us a big momentum shift towards being in that top 3. Obviously, we want to be in the top 2 more than anything, but we only get that by continuing to win. As Chair now on the ball, plays it back to Amos, and he's played it through for Scarlett, who brings it under control. Oh, he's been disallowed. That must have been such a close offside. Let's have a look. I mean, looking at his back foot, I'm not even convinced he was offside, but we'll throw them some encouragement. As things stands, we would go 3 points. We would stay 3 points clear of Bristol, which, yeah, that's still a very good position for us to find ourselves in. As we've got the throw in now towards our end, and For some reason, he's just thrown it straight to Bristol, giving them possession of the ball to try and mount an attack. And Reed now gets tackled by Bosma. Very good tackle, and Chair launches it towards Scarlett. It's headed on, but Greaves has so much time to deal with it. This is the one problem we have had with the dropping a bit deeper to contain them. It does leave Scarlett a little bit isolated, as Hackett heads just wide there. Makes me tempted to try maybe a 4-4-2 at some point with Akalde. That's the problem I've got. I don't want Akalde to drop out the team because he's been really good. Maybe. Let's have a quick look at player instructions. Let's see if... We can't really tell him. He's already on attack. He's already on when the player has support. There's not really anything we can do to try and get him to stay forward, unfortunately. So we'll just leave it like that for now and see how we can get on with that. I'd like something where I can get him to stay and support Scarlett at all times. Hackett now through on goal. I'm not quite sure how Charles has managed to tackle that, but he has done so, and it's cleared as far as Valerie, who's going to try and get a cross in now. No, he pays it inside to Reed, and Keaton gets the cross in. Geraldo heads away at the far post. And now it's played back over towards Dia, and a fantastic save from Christensen. We're looking at Shortire and Akalde. We're going to bring someone off here. And it's going to be Shortire for Manuel that we bring off. Just because of that fitness problem. He's had some fitness injury issues recently. I think he pulled his hamstring a few weeks ago, so we just want to try and make sure he doesn't aggravate that at all. As the ball comes in, Masengo heads away, and that was the end of the highlight. But they've now got a throw in. Akalde heads away, and Scarlett now with space to run into. And there's only one man back for Bristol. And what was that? So he overruns it, slide tackles it back to their goalkeeper for them, and now Reed is in. And what was that? This is a weird game. We're going to look at making another change. Maybe we bring Cassata on in midfield. He might be able to create a bit more going forward. Let's fire them up. And you know what? We're going to do that as well. Bring Masengo off for Pearson for the last 20 minutes or so. I thought Pearson would have left in the summer, but he didn't get any offers in for him. And when we did a review of the team, he still kind of fit in with the team. For some reason, that substitution didn't go through. And we are still going to go ahead with it, I think. Yeah, we are. Just try and shore up that midfield alongside Cassata. And hopefully Pearson can maybe create something from back there. Ball forward finds Tompkins for Bristol now. The ball in, Hackett with a free header. That he misses, and that was a little bit of a let-off for us there. And it looks like it's going to be a 1-1 draw. We stay ahead of Bristol by 3 points there. And Crystal Palace got a win, so they closed the gap down to 2 points. And it's now still 7 points inside the playoffs, so we're still secure in there. Let's see how we can get on against Bournemouth. A win there would put us back in 1 point behind them if we can pull that off. Okay, so we're back for the game against Bournemouth now. Not too many changes here to go through. Christensen still in goal. Williams has come in for Sorensen at left centre-back alongside Charles, with Tripadelli coming in at left-back. Amos and Cassata in the midfield now, as Masengo needed the rest, and the same front four as normal. It's quite a regular front 4. I'm sure you're all used to it at this point. I think that's one of the only parts of the team that hasn't had any major changes to it throughout the season. And as we kick off here against Bournemouth, we again are dropping a bit deep. You've got a bruised shin. Get over it, Amos. We're gonna again drop a bit deep. If we can pull off a win, that would be ideal, but I wouldn't be annoyed at a draw here. It does leave us still 4 points behind Bournemouth, but at the same time, they're a very good team. So if we can get a draw, we're still taking points off them and keeping ourselves in touch and distance. If they win, then it becomes a much bigger mountain to climb than what it does if we get a draw, or even better if we win. But I think this is a weird game where it's more important not to lose than it is anything else, which I don't really like to do going into games. I'm still kind of going for the win, just cautiously going for the win, is what I call it, as we have had a bit of possession here. Alcalde hits it from range and puts us 1-0 up. What a strike that was from Alcalde. And with that, we are going to drop down to cautious. And looking at this, they seem to have been kicking some of our players in this first half. A lot of them looking quite beat up, as absolutely fantastic goal from Alcalde there. Watford also going 1-0 up in their game. Alcalde now with a free kick from deep, and it's gone in. Larkin heads away, but it falls back to Alcalde. I'm sure there was some shoot chance there, and Chair eventually gets tackled. And now Bournemouth trying to break on us. It's headed forward, but Casata has got that all day long. Plays it back to Christensen, and he's able to just play it out nice and simple. A ball forward to Alcalde. Oh, and he was looking for the pass through for Scarlett there. But now Frazier breaking for Bournemouth. And the ball inside Solanke gets the shot, but it was a good block, and it's cleared away by Amos there. And we've got to half time. And I am really considering making a change. Let's tell them not to get complacent. But looking at he's hampered by injury. We're going to bring Masengo on. And in the second half, we're going to be looking at Tripadelli and Chair in particular quite early in the second half, because he's not having a great game, Tripadelli. And also the tiredness is setting in on him. Garnacho gets tackled by Alcalde. It falls to Cook, who plays it to Lato, who hits it just wide. And Christensen was a lot more confident of that than I was. We are going to bring Tripadelli off now because he is struggling today. I'm not sure. I will admit, I'm not sure this was the best game for him. He's a bit of an attacking fullback because he can play anywhere up the wing, so he's a bit more attacking than probably is suited for this game, if I'm being completely honest. Cook with the crossing, and Solanke was at the near post there and nearly managed to head it in. And now we're looking at that front three, who are all looking, well, the three behind the striker, all looking quite lethargic at this point. The ball goes across. Oh, that is ridiculous. We've got away with that. Primatera finds Lato, who's driving into the box, crossover to the far post, and Bosma getting the all-important block there. And as the cross comes in from Cook, the header from, I think, Solanke, I don't think it was actually, but we managed to hold on, and now we are looking at making another change. I'm almost tempted to do a defensive change, but I'm not sure what we'd quite do. I do know what we're going to do. We're going to bring Alcalde off for Pearson and drop him. We're going to drop Masengo back to there, and Pearson can sit here as a ball-winning midfielder. And we're going to drop back to defensive. And we're just going to really try and hold on for the win in this game. it's not pretty. But sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do. We are going to try and pass it into space, though, because I'm thinking we might manage to get them on the counter-attack a little bit. We've got 10 minutes to hold on. Lookman with the free kick. Oh. And it might have been the wrong decision. We've now got to stop time wasting straight away. And go back to where we were. Maybe that was the wrong decision, but it's a difficult situation to be in there. I don't like 1-0 leads against a team this good that late in the game because they're just horrible to know what to do. Ball in finds Scarlett. Shortire crosses Scarlett. Oh no. How's he not scored that? That was a fantastic chance, but we have now got a corner. We have been dangerous from these recently. Chair whips it in towards the far post, and Charles is nearly on the end of it, but Masengo picks the ball up and plays it across to Charles, and that's the end of the highlight there. That was a fantastic chance for Scarlett. And now Lato throws it to Lookman. He's got a bit of space to run into. Has the shot, but it's well wide. And now we've just got a few minutes left to try and hold on in this game. And we have managed to hold on for the 1-1 draw. And you know what? I'm going to say I'm happy with that performance because Bournemouth are a really good team. These three in particular, I think Watford spent 55 million in January. So if they don't win the league, they have made one hell of a miscalculation there. Bournemouth and Crystal Palace also both spent quite a bit of money. I think playoffs is where we should be going for, really. If we can pull anything further off, fantastic. And what we're going to do now is we'll be back for the game against Stoke and Middlesbrough to see if we can find our way into an FA Cup quarter-final. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like, comment down below. Are we going to find our way into an FA Cup quarter-final? Are we going to find our way to a semi-final? And do subscribe as well if you are enjoying the series. And thank you very much for watching.